Yo, what's going on? Social Authority Group. Sitting here thinking about a lot of things. And I was like, you know what? I want to start the greatest free mastermind of all time. I better start hitting that live button in these moments. So here we are. Working. You know, it's whatever time it is. And I'm on that grind. How many times is it a Monday night where you've just been grinding for months, maybe years, maybe decades, and you look around and you're like, man, I'm doing everything I ever wanted to do, but I can do more. Maybe you're making the money that you always wanted to make, but you know you're capable of way, 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 way more. Maybe you're pumping out more social media content than you've ever pumped out. Feel like you're running on a hamster wheel because you know you can do more. Even though it's more than you've ever done. You're more consistent than you've ever been. I've hung out and spoken on stage with some of the most brilliant business minds on the planet. Grant Cardone, Gary Vaynerchuk, Tim Grover, Michael Jordan's personal trainer, Ed Milet, Brad Lee. Andy Frisella was on the 10X2 stage, same stage I played on, same weekend. Like, I was there, man. I've done it. And what I've noticed is since 2018, all those names that I've named have gotten bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And while I was the lunch break guy then, I'm a whole lot different now than I was then. And there's a reason why I was on the stage that weekend. And a lot of people in the audience that make way more money than me, maybe even still, never stood on that stage. And it comes down to what your approach is. And I think, personally, that the social approach is one of the last remaining things that we even have in society to impact. The social approach. Now, I don't even need to leave my house, and I can impact millions and millions and millions of people. I can build my own Facebook group, my own environment, my own curated niche category, and I can build an unlimited audience. I can communicate with you. I can help you. I can guide you. And what I've realized now, being in the position that I'm in now, I'm way more of a wingman. Whereas I always thought that I would be on offense. I'm kind of a midfielder. Right? I still put goals in the net. Don't get it confused. But when you can move things around and you can help other people score points, all that does is make you more dangerous. And I think that when you're in the beginning stages, especially of entrepreneurship or social media, which is the focus of this group, it's the focus of where I want to take my talent. Because I know if I can empower people to hit the go button on their camera and to get on camera and communicate and get confident and to look at themselves and improve themselves every single day by looking in the mirror, facing your imperfections, facing your fears, facing your anxiety, and doubling down on yourself, accepting who you are physically, mentally, spiritually for where you're at right now and making a commitment to improve. Because anytime you commit to filming on camera, there's no way to run from yourself. And that's what scares people about the camera. When the camera's on and you're live like I am right now, you either freeze or you go. It's one or the other. And if you freeze, you're dead. People go back and be like, why would I ever listen to Social Authority? That guy can't even go 5-10 minutes. If you can't hit record on a camera when no one's around and go for 5, 10, 20, 30 minutes about the topic that you want to be the best in the world in, I would encourage you to start hitting the button and going for 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 60 minutes and start practicing, because one-on-one human verbal communication will become the most rare, coveted, highest paid form of marketing and influence on the planet. It already is, by the way, but it's going to become more and more rare because the people that cannot communicate will go extinct. They will be dead in the water because the robots are coming. And the robots can take anything anybody ever said and regurgitate it 700 different ways. And if you're unable to communicate, the robot takes your gig. Teachers, I can literally go on ChatGPT and I can almost find any type of math, science, English, history, anything. But teachers, I mean, you can't even put a price on their value because they're worth so much, because of, it's not just about the education, it's the care for the kids. It's the care for the kids. What did I hit? I hit some cool button, some fancy button on this thing. I think I hit the fade to black button. Let me try it again. Wow. Really neat. So the care and the one-on-one care that a teacher provides to a kid, protection, safety, that's priceless, in my opinion. Of course, teachers aren't paid enough. We want that human connection for our children. So I don't think there's going to be AI teachers. I think we need people. I think we need humans. I don't think you can trust necessarily AI to defend the perimeter. You know? I think that there's just a specific case here for how the world's going to change, and especially in tech, communication, and like the military industrial area, humans, when it comes to communication and when it comes to the human bond, the more digital and the more AI and the more robotic we become as a society, even with our phones, the more people are going to crave social human connection. And this group, Social Authority, I am determined to encourage people to get confident about who they want to be. Your clock is ticking. And I think that over the course of time here that I'm going to start practicing these streams, especially in this group, I'm going to talk a lot about how the clock is ticking. I mean, I'm 42 years old in February. And dude, I feel like I haven't even scratched the surface of what's possible for my ability to impact this planet. But if I want to get to the point that I know that I'm capable of, well, then I really need to make sure I'm taking care of my health. I need to make sure that my company is fueled well, that my people are happy, that I can take care of them, that I can pay them, make sure their families are fed, that our customers can get a hold of us anytime they need us. When you're a social media company that makes daily videos for people, that's what we are. It's a ton of work. We don't get any holidays off. We don't ask for them off. We don't get Saturdays off or Sundays off. Our clients have to be posted every single day of the week. So we don't get days off. And I think that that comes from me being the bar performer that never took days off. I was playing more than 365 shows a year for 10 years, 15 years. Well over one show a day. Some days in San Diego, I played 3 gigs in a row. I would play the breakfast at brunch on a Saturday and on a Sunday. Then I would play, happy hour in Ocean Beach from 2 to 5. Then play another gig from 6 to 9 right down the street. Because people are out at the beach all day. That's why I moved to San Diego, so that I could work my ass off and get so good that I'd be unstoppable in a live performance situation. And so now that I became a video marketer, because videos with the guitar are what got me noticed. I had to start being a video marketer and not just a guitar player. Or people are going to be like, oh, I thought he played songs. I thought he was the song guy. I think that people see me as an MC and they don't even know that I run a social media company because the MC doesn't even get a speaking slot. He gets his 5 minutes, 10 minutes at the beginning, then introduces everybody. The MC does not get to talk about for 30 minutes or 60 minutes their $1 million company that they built, because most MCs don't have a company. They MC for a living. That's not a real business. It is completely not recurring. Well, it's not a recurring business. I mean, it isn't a business. You're a self-employed, you're selling your time for money. That's not a company. That's not a business. It's entrepreneurship, but it's, you got to think about when you're in a group like this, or when you're trying to get to a certain destination, how am I able to pay other people and leverage other people so that my service gets done with 10% work from me, 5% work from me, 3%, 1%, 0%. Whereas if you're an MC like I have to do, it's 100%. If I don't show up, I can't pay the bills that month. Just like when I was singing at the bar. You're a bar corner performer, just in a different situation. You're just a street hustler. I know, I get it. I'd still do it. But it is unpredictable. And, you know, those transactions usually repeat to a certain extent, but not always, and not every year. And sometimes tours, seasons, entrepreneurs, partnerships, businesses, bands, whatever you're doing to produce that income, like they break up, they go away. That income stream can die out. And so you got to be careful with that one. Building a sustainable recurring revenue model, or a service, or any of the types of things that the people in our group do, because this is a personal development and entrepreneurship group. You should be talking on social media, on video, on camera to your customers. If you're a photographer, my friend stopped by here, he takes pictures and shit. Everybody needs pictures. Who doesn't need pictures? Like, you going to create an AI-generated picture of your family at Disney World? That's worthless. You want to create real memories, real human connections. Despite the fact that AI is extremely powerful, we leverage it for all kinds of tools. It's a great wrench, but you only use a wrench to, you know, fix something so that you can actually use it as a human being. That's the whole point of a tool. The whole point of an AI tool is to make it easier for you to be a human. But social connections are what build big transactions. Social connections. Every person that I've ever met and shaken hands with, those are the people that move the needle forward. It was usually not a lead from a lead form, or a this or a that or a the other thing. It was people see my videos, they meet me in person, they hear about me from someone that met me in person or that uses our service, and that's how they come to us. I've never run an ad ever for my company, ever. It's all been organic. And now I have the opportunity to stream in this group and build my own environment and platform and community, and I get to moderate it, and I get to decide who's in it. And as long as I follow the community guidelines and I help Meta and Facebook and Instagram win with social authority of the Facebook group, they will help me in turn, because they want people to stay on Instagram and Facebook. And so while I think that filming short form video is extremely powerful, it's a great way to connect. Podcast format, like what I'm doing right now for my YouTube, can easily be turned into short form videos daily. We have a client, Zach Hoffman, and I go live with him every single Monday so that I can have him pumped up on a live podcast format. We tee him up with dope topics and he rips. That's his strength. Live, on the fly, real game, real authenticity, real experience. He's 20 years running a marketing agency. He's been doing the marketing agency way longer than me. I was just a street marketer. But I got dope production skills, right? He's got a dope on-site camera guy now, so now we can make it even cooler. Script stuff, edit stuff, post stuff, quickly, very quickly. And so you got to start thinking about, if people are going to do business with you and you want to make a bunch of money, Why are you not using social media? So many people are only promoting locally and they're not promoting globally. Social media gives you the ability to do business with anyone on the planet. Yet so many people are walking into the local barbecue shop and that's where they're trying to close their next deal. Dude, try to promote to every single barbecue shop on the planet and you'll get way more business. We could literally install our marketing systems for any company on the planet. We can send them how to film. I can get on and help them film. We can do a million different ways, and you can do it with a mobile phone. You don't even need a recording studio like I have. Your phone is a recording studio. Your phone is a literal recording studio, especially if you hire a team like ours, because you can just record into here, send it to us, and we can chop it up and make it awesome. You don't even need a microphone. The phone has a microphone and a video camera. And so if you're not using it in 2025, you're shooting yourself in the foot. The best way for you to get big locally is by crushing it nationally. This is where people screw it up. They want to be a local business. We're a nationwide business. We work with people all over the world. We're global. We're not just, Dallas, Texas, by the house from the show Dallas, right across the street from my HOA community. This is where I live. I live right across the street in my neighborhood is right across the street from the house that was in the show Dallas, the famous White House. If you're old school, you know what I'm talking about, son. So how is it that the guy that was singing on the street corner is able to come to you live in his own group that he controls, that he can scale to the moon? And it's because this dude realized it wasn't the record label that was going to help me. It's not, the bar doesn't have a budget. To a certain extent, they're giving me everything they can possibly give me every night. I have to go create my own audience, my own environment, my own tribe that likes my shit, or I'm not going to make it. And I realize now that we service so many people, because I've helped so many people build masterminds and make millions of dollars. I've been the MC on an event where they did $10 million in sales. And everybody already knows what event I'm talking about. I don't even need to name the name of it. You already know. 380 people bought the offer. And so it's like, dude, it's right in front of our eyes. It's social media. That group of individuals built their following by traveling all over, doing free events, building a free Facebook group, and then boom, converting. So why can't we do it? Why can't you do it? And instead of charging you for some kind of education bullshit, which I don't have time to fulfill, nor the desire to fulfill. I never wanted to be a coach. I never wanted to be a speaker. I used to make fun of podcasts. It doesn't take any talent to do that. And by the way, to a certain degree, it doesn't really take any talent to run your fucking mouth on camera. But I think that so many people are scared to do it, that's why the stupid people win. Because they're so stupid, they just run their mouth. They don't care. They have nothing to lose. But a lot of people that are even in my group or on my pages are these intelligent, knowledgeable experts that make a lot of money, and they're afraid to talk on camera because they don't want to look stupid. Whereas the stupid person doesn't care, and that's why they make it. You're so worried that you're going to look stupid that you do nothing, and in turn, that makes you look stupid because the stupid person just took it all the way because they were willing to get laughed at. And Alex Hormozi, Mr. Entrepreneur right now, he's the big thing right now. There might be some other guy in a couple of years. First, it was like Gary Vee and Uncle G, and then it's this and that's. Andy Frisella, I think he's the OG. But Hormozi's he's the number one rock and roll star of the entrepreneur space right now. And he's like, dude, being willing to look stupid is what is the difference between who makes it and who doesn't, because you're going to suck at first, and people are afraid to suck. I thought I was awesome way back in the day. I don't know that a lot of our songs were good, especially when we were a group. I had other guitar players, but like my solo stuff for a while, the songwriting is good, but I wasn't a very good player. I can play and sing now at 42 better than I could at 22, I think. I'm more seasoned. Problem is, squeezing that into my day sometimes is just difficult. You got to make time for it. You got to make time for you. I think what happens is we get so old, or we get so consumed with what we need to do in work or as a parent, that we forget that we have goals and dreams. And so much time goes out the window not pursuing that we just leave it on the shelf. And I think after a while, it eats at us. Don't let it eat at you, man. Don't let the world convince you that your voice doesn't matter, because it does. Don't let the world convince you that the money's not possible, because it is. And don't let the world convince you that this whole thing, this whole life, that this platform, Facebook, with the best group in the world, Social Authority, that's the greatest free mastermind of all time, the greatest personal development group of all time, free for you to use. And the reason why I want to do this so bad is because when I was at my most desperate point was when I got the biggest opportunity ever. And it wasn't that me playing in 2018 at Mandalay Bay was something that made me millions of dollars instantly, or got me all these opportunities instantly, or like life changed overnight, because it didn't. But what it showed me was that after 15 years of hustle, playing for 10 people, I just got this opportunity and I ripped it for 10,000 people. And what it told me was that I'm worth a lot more than I'm giving myself credit for. And that $1 million performance that I always told myself I was capable of, I just pulled it off. And I knew that day I wasn't going to get the $1 million that day, but I was going to get that $1 million. And since then, we have. And I've been so busy. I should have a ClickFunnels plaque right here. In fact, I'm calling it right now. This will be replaced by a ClickFunnels plaque, because my numbers are so far over $1 million in sales, it's stupid. I don't know how far over, but it's over by a while. Cumulative, not in 1 year, cumulative. But that's how you earn the trophy. And all those leads and all those people came through the acousticforcemedia.com funnel. And then we started Social Authority. We started Social Authority as a free movement to educate people on how to get started for free so that they could use our Acoustic Force Media packages. Because you're going to get so busy filming, you're going to get so busy being an expert and closing deals and using cameras to leverage a community that you're not going to have time to edit. You might have time to edit right now, but I would almost even argue that if you do have time to edit, you're not busy enough on camera and on calls. If you've got time to sit around for hours and edit your shit, you're not busy enough. Plain and simple. So get busy. Get busy, man. And if you're in a situation where you're not where you want to be, get pissed. It's time to get mad. Like, it's time to get pissed. And stop settling for it. When I'm in a situation that I don't want to be in, and anyone's ever been around me in a situation I don't want to be there, you can tell I don't want to be there. It's very obvious. Pat definitely doesn't want to be here. Why would you put yourself in a situation that you don't want to be in? Step up. Bury the needle, man. Break the barriers. It's all on you. What are you going to do with the time you've got, folks? It's limited. Make it count.